Virtual office. What is a virtual office? A virtual office gives businesses a physical address and office-related service without the overhead of a long list and administrative staff. With a virtual office, employees can work from anywhere but still have things like a mailing address, phone answering service, meeting rooms, and a video conferencing. How virtual office work? Virtual office operate as one unit to serve customers but do not exist in a fixed location. This type of setup is especially popular with startups and small businesses that want to minimize overhead. The creation of web-based office productivity software and service, such as video conferencing, has helped drive the growth in virtual offices. Advantages and disadvantages of a virtual office. The appeal of a virtual office to users is twofold. First, the monthly cost of a virtual office is far less than that of a traditional office. After all, it has none of the maintenance and upkeep costs, nor does it need to be staffed. A virtual office can also be secured via a month-to-month lease, so there is a greater flexibility if a user's business changes. No waiting for a lease to expire or incurring the cost of a broken lease. Second, a virtual office can provide a mailing address, telephone answering, and video conferencing service. Therefore, a small business can appear larger than it is. We also can provide a physical address or multiple addresses for users to meet clients. Sometimes the addresses can lend an aura of prestige to a virtual office user, such as if the address is a well-known location or street. A professional phone answering service can have the same effect. Some of the services that a virtual office arrangement offers require pre-planning to utilize. For example, many packages come with limited use of conference rooms or limited teleconferencing and video conferencing service. Virtual office can also may have restricted access on nights and weekends. Users may find the lack of flexibility limiting and inconvenient. There is also the potential for distractions that come with working from home, and therefore some workers might not be as productive when operating in a virtual office environment. What does a virtual office provide? The virtual office enables businesses to have the following: a business postal address. This helps business seems a little more prestigious than they might otherwise be if they use their real addresses. Number 1, my mom basement, still living at Homeville. A receptionist. This helps you if you are arranging meeting in and around your virtual office because it makes that virtual office seem a little less virtual to your customers and business colleagues. Envelope and opening and scanning service. If you're getting mail sent to an address that you are not, this is a great service where you can get all the post scanned and emailed over to you so you can stay on top of your admin. Meeting rooms. You might not have access to a full-time desk, but you can at least arrange meetings in these places too. Phone answering and voicemail service. This just simply helps you manage your incoming calls and means that you don't have to over out your personal mobile. Instead, use a real landline number, and that makes you look a little more pro. Where did the idea for virtual office space come from? As stated above, the idea came from the executive suite and has evolved because of the ability for businesses to function remotely using ever-advancing technology for communication. The joys of Skype, Google Hangouts, and many other platforms has empowered business owners to reduce the cost of renting office space. This flexibility has afforded young businesses the ability to build teams outside of higher profile locations, reduce costs, and yet still look prestigious. For many businesses, a prestigious portal address is irrelevant, but for many, it makes a real difference. If you are a high-end lawyer, you will want to make sure that your postal address is in central London. Otherwise, your client might think your abilities are lacking as much as your actual business address. This is not great for business. Can I hire the best talent to work in my more remote office location? Now let's be clear. The use of a virtual office 100% depends on your business type, and so you should be sure to evaluate the pros and cons specific to you and your needs as a business. But one thing that I have been made actually aware of it is that the best talent in London wants the best office space in London, near to the action, and they are not willing to compromise on that one. The best developers, growth hackers, and strategists want to be where they feel they can make the most money. This implies to me that a large proportion of the best talent out there wants to be in a more central London location. Don't get me wrong, there are many people that will work more remotely, but half the fun of startups and young businesses is that daily hustle that takes place over meetings and meet and greet of coffees. How can I work in London but keep my costs down? Now this is the right question to ask. Having read the book The 4-Hour Work Week by Tim Ferriss, where he advocates the use of virtual assistants, I now believe that businesses can get the best of both worlds. Virtual assistants are amazing. They are individuals around the world that choose to be internet workers, helping businesses with administrative, design, and daily tasks remotely. I have been working with one such virtual assistant for about 4 years now. She has come with me through 3 businesses, and I trust her implicitly. How can I use virtual assistants in my business? So if you have decided that you need to be the hustle and bustle near the action in the heart of London or any other city for that matter, then you can leverage a combination of in-situ team and a virtual assistant working around the world. And remember that you don't need to be renting a private office anymore or signing a long-term lease, even though those have their own benefit. Instead, you can find some beautiful and truly inspiring shared or co-working office spaces these days. So this will be my recommendation for those needing a more central location but hydrated by cash flow. Rent the space that you need, those essential team players that are performing more technical work and require constant team and project collaboration should be in-house. This helps you build a culture and a team ethos that should make innovation and creativity flow more readily.